Hello everybody out there in the bookverse, it's Stephanie, and today I am going to be talking about the Goodreads Choice Awards for 2020 nominations. Now, I saw Catherine from Catherine Reads post this, and I just read the title of her video and decided I wanted to do it before I watched hers because it would kind of spoil it if I watched hers and then did mine. But she predicted what books she thought were going to be on the list, and then she looked to see if her predictions were right. I decided I wanted to do that as well. It sounds like a lot of fun, and I was already going to be filming my October wrap up today anyway, so I was like, you know what, let's do this. I think they nominate 10. Gosh, I could be totally wrong. I guessed 10 books, but I didn't want to look because I didn't want to get spoilers on it. But I did guess 10 books in the adult fantasy section and 10 books in the YA fantasy section because those are pretty much what I read. I don't feel like I'd be able to guess any other categories than those. So I'm just going to kind of quickly go through them. We're not really going to talk about the books on here. Then we're going to see how close I was. And then from the list they actually have, I'm going to try to pick the top 5 books that I think are going to be get the most votes. So starting with adult fantasy, these are in no particular order. I just kind of wrote them down as I thought of them. So I think Empire of Gold is going to be on there. This is the finale to the Daevabad trilogy. I haven't read it. I haven't read a lot of books on this list, but I think that one will probably be on there because I think the last 2 have been on this list. Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. I feel like that's a given. I feel 100% confident that that will be on there. The Bone Shard Daughter, that one seems to be getting a lot more hype right now, and I've been seeing it a lot, so I think that one could potentially be on there as well. A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik, that one also seems to be really popular. I think that could definitely be on there. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, for sure. That one's definitely going to be there. It's like everywhere on book social media right now. The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. I know N.K. Jemisin is such a beloved author, so I couldn't see her putting out a new book and it not being on this list. The House in the Cerulean Sea. I read this book earlier. I feel like it's pretty popular. I don't know if it will be on there because it is adult fantasy, but it feels maybe not like it. I don't know. That one's a maybe. Piranesi. This is a new book by the author of Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, which I know is super beloved in the fantasy community. And this was on one of my anticipated releases videos. So it's like, this could be on there, maybe. A Black Sun, that was also on one of my anticipated releases videos. I really have no idea. I'm guessing at this point. And my last guess is Over the Woodward Wall. This is the book that kind of goes along with Middle Game, which was super popular. I think it might have been on the list as well. So those are my guesses for adult fantasy. Let's look at the list and we'll see how close I am. So I film on my phone because I'm not that cool. And so I'm going to be on my computer looking up the actual list. Okay, so best fantasy opening round nominees. Let me see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, there are 15. Okay, so I have better odds of all mine being on there because I only put 10 on the list. Okay, so opening round nominees for best fantasy. The Empress of Salt and Fortune, did not put that on there. Oops. Yes, Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas, got that one. City We Became, got that. A Deadly Education, got that as well. Peace Talks by Jim Butcher, did not even know that was a thing, so definitely didn't get that. Bone Shard Daughter, yes. Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, The Once and Future Witches, oh, I have heard a lot about that. Black Sun, yes, okay, that one was like a shot in the dark, so I'm excited. Wait, Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson, this isn't even released yet. How can you vote for it if it's not even released? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. I'm mad about this. I totally would put Rhythm of War on there if I knew that they were putting out books that hadn't even been released yet. But that's dumb. That's really stupid. I take issue with that, and I don't think that they should be allowed to put books on this list how can you vote for it? You can't read it. Anyways, sorry. The Girl in the Stars, did not put that. Piranesi, yes. Got that one. Empire of Gold, yes. The Burning, also not released yet. The Burning God is not released. It's come, oh. Okay, this was not fair. I feel like I didn't know that books that were not released could be voted for, even though you can't read them. The House in the Cerulean Sea, okay. Ooh, I did pretty well. Let me see. What ones did I guess that were not on there? Honestly, I got most of them, which makes sense because I only guessed 10 and there were 15, so that helps my case. Over the Woodward Wall. Okay, Over the Woodward Wall is the only one that I guessed that was not on there, so I'm feeling really good about myself. Okay, so of these books that they have on here, for the top 5, I mean, Crescent City, yes, definitely, that one is definitely going to be on there. I think The City We Became as well, just because N.K. Jemisin is so well loved. Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm going to go with that as well. So that was going to be another one that I think is going to be in the top 5. And I guess I will go with Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson, that I think shouldn't even be on this list. And The Burning God by R.F. Kuang, which I also don't think should be on this list. Wow, this is really annoying. How can you let someone vote for a book that doesn't even exist yet? Winner? I mean, ugh. It's hard for me to say because I can't say if I think Rhythm of War should win or not because I haven't read it. But maybe Rhythm of War or Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas, because I feel like those have been the biggest hyped books of this year, in my opinion. So I'd say either of those two is probably going to win, but we'll see. Okay, let's move on to our young adult books, and now I'm feeling like a lot of these are probably going to be wrong because I'm not putting on books that are not released yet, and those are probably going to exist. Wow. That just irks me. Does that bug anyone else? I'm going to go watch videos after this and see if anyone else feels the same way. I'm going to watch Catherine's and see if she guessed Rhythm of War was going to be on there. She probably did. She's smarter than me. Okay, YA fantasy books. For a lot of these, honestly, I just kind of looked at my Owl Crate and Fairy Loot books that I had gotten and then just thought of books that I had seen. So I really have no idea on this one. I could be way off, but we will see. Star Daughter, I think that one could be on there. It was really hyped for a while and it has a gorgeous cover, so I don't know. It was in both the Owl Crate and the Fairy Loot boxes. Children of Virtue and Vengeance. I'm pretty sure that Children of Blood and Bone was on there last year, so I think that's a pretty safe prediction. Fable? I don't know. This is one of the Owl Crate books. King of Crows. This is the last book in the Diviner series, so I feel pretty confident that this will be on there. Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. I mean, come on, that one has to be on there. There's no way it's not. Legendborn. This is on my TBR for November. I've heard great things about it. I think this one should be on there, even if it's not, I think it should. A Song of Race and Ruin. I think that one definitely is on there as well. It's so popular. Chain of Gold. Is it really a list if you don't include a Cassandra Clare on your list of YA top books? The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I think should be on there. I don't know, is that fantasy? It's kind of a dystopian, so I could be wrong on that one, but it was really hyped, so it might be on there. And then Cinderella is Dead. I've seen this so many places. I haven't read it, but I think it's a really popular one. So let's see how I do on this list. This one I feel like I have less confidence in than my adult fantasy one. Okay, here we go. Best young adult fantasy and science fiction. Ooh, I don't think I put science fiction on there. We'll see. Cemetery Boys. Oh yeah, that one's really big. I hear it's really good. All the Stars and Teeth, did not put that on there. Oh, I'm not starting off strong, guys. Girl Serpent Thorn. Oh, I was thinking of that one because it was in a subscription box. I didn't put it. Ah, yes. Children of Virtue and Vengeance. Got that one. A Song of Race and Ruin. Yes, one more. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Okay, that was on there. I was a little bit worried. I guess it could fit into the sci-fi. Like, dystopian tends to be in sci-fi a little bit. Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. Yes, a given Cinderella is Dead. Oh, I am really excited that one's on there because I was not positive. The Queen of Nothing, that came out last year. So Rhythm of War is on this list when it comes out November of 2020, but Queen of Nothing is on this list when it came out November 2019. This makes no sense, guys. I don't understand these lists. They make no sense and they're stupid. Okay, that was harsh. I shouldn't say that. These Violent Delights. I actually have heard of that one, but I don't know. The Kingdom of Back. Oh, I should have put that one on there. Midnight Sun. Yep, of course. Fable. Yes. Okay, that one was just a shot in the dark. Starsight. Starsight also came out November 2019. Why are there books from November 2019 and November 2020 on here? They need to get their stuff together and decide how they're going to do this list. And Legendborn. Yeah. Okay, awesome. I feel like that one pretty good. Which of them was I wrong about? Okay, Star Daughter was not on there. And King of Crows wasn't on there. That's really surprising to me because the Diviner series is so popular and King of Crows is not on here. Weird. It was released this year, right? Yeah. Okay. So for the books that actually were on the list, which I am taking issue with, I'm just gonna say, I think in the top 5, definitely Midnight Sun. I mean, yeah. Chain of Gold, yes, gonna be up there. I think Starsight should be up there. I didn't even realize that was gonna be an option, but I think, yeah, that would definitely be. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is probably gonna be on there as well. And then Queen of Nothing, which I take issue with the fact that you have books from November of 2019 and books from November of 2020. That makes absolutely no sense to me. You need to really figure out how to do your list properly. But winners, I think I'm gonna say maybe Chain of Gold might win. Cassandra Clare, I don't know. Maybe Midnight Sun. Maybe Midnight Sun. Even though it wasn't that good, it's just like the popularity of the Twilight and everything. Like, I could see that one winning just because people who haven't read any of the others or maybe haven't read any of them would vote for that one. I don't know. I'm not positive, but I am so annoyed with this list. You should really set it up so that if you're going to include November books from the year before, that's totally fine, but you can't include November books from the year before and this year. You can't do both. And you really shouldn't include books that haven't even been released. How can you let somebody vote on a book that they haven't read? Like, only people who get ARCs can vote on those books, and not very many people get ARCs, and that's not fair to the book. Like, that's really not fair for that book to be on the list when people haven't read it yet. It's not going to get the votes that it should get because people are going to look at it and be like, I haven't read that book, I can't vote for that book. I am not impressed with my experience of this list so far. I did have fun guessing and seeing if I was right, but I am very irked at this list. So yeah. This ended up being a little bit more of a rant video than I was expecting, but let me know what books you think should have made the list that did not, and let me know if you have similar feelings to me about being able to vote for a book that you have not read. And as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!